What's up, y'all? Frank Bank here with another one. Sixers last night, they giving us, man, they giving a lot of Sixers fans a lot of, like, we ended up happy at the end of the game, but they giving us, like, they making our hearts get into the game, like, because of the comebacks, the third quarters they putting up, being down in 3 out of the 4 games and coming back in the fourth quarter and showing all this energy. Winning again last night after being down 16 after the third quarter, taking it to overtime and winning the game. Maxey putting up MVP numbers in the first 4 games. Almost had 39 last night, 10 assists. Maxey's taking another step forward to I feel like he might be top 5 in MVP this year if he keep playing like this. He just putting the team on his shoulders, and unlike last year and the year before, basically last year, Quentin Grimes is helping him out. VJ Edgecombe, even though he had a bad game yesterday, he still had a lot of pivotal plays, like winning plays. That's one thing about VJ Edgecombe that I peep. Even if he don't play, if he don't have a great game, the 2 okay games he had, he made a lot of plays towards winning, like defensive plays, cutting the lead down to 4 off a 4-point play in the first half when we didn't have nothing. That defensive play that led to that Bona block at the end of the game. Another thing, Quentin Grimes last night, he had he played great on defense, but which was one thing. He was already showing me that he was a good 6th man of the year candidate as far as because of the scoring ability. But yesterday he got us back in the game. Like, he had 3 defensive stops in the fourth quarter when we were getting back in the game. That really turned the tide for the Sixers. And in overtime we started off a little cold, but at the end of it, Maxey started getting loose and started getting his buckets and things like that. And then Bona had that putback slam. That was a great play too. And the Sixers, they putting together these team efforts to win these games, which is a great thing to see. And we still ain't even fully healthy. Like, everybody's saying, oh, Sixers, if they healthy, they got a chance to win the chip and all that. But the Sixers are showing that we have such a deep team this year that we can win games even without our stars. Embiid came out good this game, probably having the best offensive game out of all the games that he's played. But a lot of people is complaining about his defense in this game or whatever. At the end of the day, last game he had 2 rebounds. He had 7 rebounds this game, 25 points. He's playing himself back into shape, which Embiid always does in the beginning of the season. This is something he always does. I don't know if he don't work out in the summer, or he really tries to sit out so he don't get injured, which could be a good and a bad thing, because, look at Paul George. He had to get surgery after a workout. So maybe Embiid looks at it like that, like he'd rather just play himself in the shape instead of getting injured in the offseason, working out too hard. And then, you know what I'm saying, actually missing time in the season, which that's probably what he don't want to do after missing all this time, going into the playoffs, always missing time and things like that. So maybe that's what Embiid's thinking. But at the end of the day, I see him getting better every game, and that should be positive for the Sixers fans. Seeing Embiid just from the first game where he had 2 points and he didn't play at all good. The second game, he played 20 points in 20 minutes but couldn't really rebound. This game, he did a little better rebounding. Maybe the next game he'll start getting in a defensive position. We play Boston on Friday, so that'll be he'll probably be trying to get back from that 2-point game that he actually had, and trying to show them that he still got it, because Boston's probably gonna be thinking that they put a whole bunch of defensive pressure on him and found a way to stop him. Whereas though, we all know that Embiid always plays the first couple games of the season, he never plays well. So if he able to put up, make a stamp on Boston and show them no, y'all wasn't playing me all good. It was just because I was out of shape and I had to play myself into game shape. I haven't played basketball in months, but one preseason game, then they'll you know what I'm saying, they'll be like formidable. But like I said, my prediction was 5-0 for the beginning of the season. We looking like we're gonna hit that mark if we get this win against Boston. This would be crazy, man. Nobody expected nothing from the Sixers this year, and they putting all of us on notice. Like, they still a team to be messed with in the East, especially with the East being wide open this year. I don't know, man. It looked like the Sixers might have a chance. What team do you really feel like that could really beat us handily? Like, we just beat Orlando, which is supposed to be one of the top seeds. Well, we got to play New York or Cleveland and see how we match up against them. We just beat Boston. Stole a win in Boston when they had a lead on us. They couldn't even close out. Imagine how all these teams is feeling that they can't close out these leads, the 3 games that we won. I know Orlando can't really say too much because they was down the whole game, but Boston gave up that lead. They got to be thinking like, man, we couldn't close out the game. That's what we used to feel like when the Sixers used to do it. We used to feel like our team was too old or something. Now we got the young team that's coming back. But once again, we still got to sit here and play better third quarters. I'm not going, that's what what I feel as though for the first 4 games that is really like our major flaw is coming out of halftime. I don't know what it is, how we come out of halftime, but we got to come out with more energy coming out of halftime. And I know that the nurse is preaching that to the team because it's really like our major flaw right now. The way we play in the fourth quarter, we got to play like that in the third. And then we'll be able to get wire-to-wire wins. Even though against Orlando, I feel as though we didn't have that problem too bad. But this game, it was the second of a back-to-back. Usually in years past, the Sixers would lose this game. They would have, or a lot of teams, they would have just gave up after being down 19. But this team has a lot of fight in it. And I like that we still don't got Paul George, we don't got McCain, and we still showing a lot of fight. So at the end of the day, Embiid is not all the way healthy. He's getting there because we're not going to lie. Like, in this game, he showed a lot more offensive healthiness. Like, he was getting more in the paint. He was like looking like a little bit like the old Embiid as far as like offensively. He just got to get, and he had one defensive play where he blocked the shot. Well, I liked how he looked there. So I feel as though he's going to get into shape. And then once he start getting into shape, people not going to be able to say he's washed. Because Embiid, I feel like he got a lot left. And let's see how PG come out. PG, even if he give us more shooting, that'll give a lot to this lineup because of how dangerous Maxey is going to the lane, how fast he is, and how much attention he draws, how much attention Embiid draws in the post. Just putting a PG in there, and even a Jared McCain with their shooting ability, and McCain has a lot of playmaking ability, and so does George. That's going to do a lot for this lineup. But I even liked it last night. Wofford played, and he showed a lot of playmaking ability, even though he was a little rusty because it was like his first game of the season. He looked like he got to play a little bit more into the, like, get himself up to the speed of the NBA back. But he was showing he had post game. He showed that he makes all the correct passes. That's one thing I've seen about him. All that passing ability that I heard, he was making them entry passes that we used to struggle with when we had Tobias Harris. The post into the post passes, he was making them quick. And I like that with him. And he's tall, so he could shoot over people when he got a post game. I didn't like how his shot looked too much, but we got a lot of shooters on this team. VJ Edgecombe was, 4 for 8 from 3 last night with 2 4-point plays. It's not looking like the weakness that he had coming onto the draft was talking about his shooting ability. It's looking like he's more like the player that played the second half of that Baylor season last year, whereas though his shooting went up to 40% in the tournament. So I think Edgecombe worked on his shot a lot because he knew that people were saying that it wasn't one of his weaknesses of his game, and it's looking like a pure shot. But as far as 3-point shooting, I ain't gonna tell you. I can't tell you what the percentage is, but I'm pretty sure it's close to 40%, and that's good for the first 4 games, especially with a person as athletic as he is, and as fearless to go to the rim as he is. he got a soft touch. Like, you wouldn't think that he would have, you know what I'm saying, like a jumper like that, like a smooth jumpers. Like, you would think that he would be more like most athletic players is more like, you know, their jumper is a little off, but his jumper seems like it's good. Another person that's playing well in these first 4 games is Kelly Oubre. I got to give him his props, because at the end of the day, Kelly Oubre last year was playing with an injured thumb. He told the team, he told the fans, and he got off a car accident. And this year, it looked like he's moving way better, and he's getting to the paint way better, and he's doing his thing. So, like I said, the Sixers 4-0. I'll be uploading shorts for y'all to watch and things like that. But I'll do a video before Friday, but I will be back on Friday for live play-by-play against Boston. Keep tuning in. I appreciate everybody that's coming through. Like, comment, and subscribe. And have a great day. Sixers 4-0. Let's go. Let's keep going.